You ready, Dex? Are you ready? Is Sheepy ready? The nails on this hand are an absolute state. This hand's fine. It's a lot of blush. Oh, I just don't care enough to do anything about it. Shall I fix it? No. No. Hello, gang. Hello, friends. Hello, gang friends. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this video finds you well. Are you well? I hope you're well. If you're new, hello. My name is Jo. That's Dexter Dog. He doesn't do nail stuff, but I do nail stuff. She does stuff and nail stuff. And the stuff she does with nails is done with nail stuff and stuff for nails. Is it weird that I've started doing Christmas nails already? I think because I start now asking my clients what, you're right there, it's huffing and puffing, it's such a hard life, what design they want for their Christmas set, because you don't know what time you can put the next person in until you know what design they're going to have. They might turn up and say, I just want an accent nail of glitter, or they might turn up and, you know, want the Sistine Chapel on their nails. And there's always that one lovely client who sends 7 pictures of completely different sets, could not be more different from each other, and says something like this: I want to be very happy with what I leave with, but it's up to you what you give me. Something like those 70 nails I would like on my 10 nails. So I reply, and I'm just as helpful, and I say, pick 10 and we'll do those. Whatever you fancy, I'm easy. That's not easy. You've just doubled my work. I now have to design you a set. Just pick 10 nails and I'll do them. That's easy. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. I love them all dearly. Throw me a bone here. I think I'm just in Christmas mode because of that. We're losing daylight, so the lighting will change and there's nothing I can do about it. I do not control the sun yet. I've taken inspo for this set from Pinterest, so I'll put the name of the inspo, and I think it will probably change a bit because I don't have a plan. And there's only 4 nails in the picture, so I'll make up a 5th. You okay, my bear? Little bear. So it will just be inspired by that. Might end up exactly the same, might end up completely different. Who knows? We'll just see what happens. I'm going to start with 5 nails, all with 2 coats of this sort of nudie butterscotchy colour, and give them all a full cure. For the first one, I'm going to take Madame Glam's Perfect White, and we're going to do this. One of these, one of these. It's going to be the string for our lights. Oh, but hang on. No, that makes sense. Yes. So I'm going to do a loopy bit here like that, and then one coming from the other side like that into the lamp. I'm going to take these crystals. They're not Swarovskis, they're just little glass crystals. I think instead of just having the dots, the crystals on the lines, I think I want to do little bits on top of them that they hang from. Do you know the bits I mean? So I'm going to do some little squares, just then have the lights, the crystals at the end of those. If my voice sounds a bit stuffy now, it's because I have a lint-free wipe up each nostril because I think I'm having an allergy day, just a random allergy day. This one's getting wider and wider. Will that do? And then these ones I'll try and do sort of in between the ones above. Oh, see when the brush does that? It's so annoying. I understand why it happens, but we need to invent something. Because look, I'm trying to paint with the end of the brush and the dot's not there. Drives me bananas. Good job I am doing something with this line because it's an eyesore. Now we will cure. Now I'm going to use a little bit of base coat, to put the crystals on. If this was a person, then I would use either a rubber base or a gem gel of sorts, but it's not. See? It's just a nail. A little blob
there. Blob. Blob. Every time I face the camera, I have to take the tissue out my nose. Dip. Cute. 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 Oh, that's cute. They're moving. Don't move. I'm going to flash these in place. Green, yellow, red. Reverse traffic lights.
I want to do this in matte, and then I want to put some raw glitter as snow on there. So I'm going to matte top coat it now. Yes. I'm going to do as much as I can with the brush from the bottle, and then I'll use a detail brush just to go around the crystals, because obviously you don't want to paint over crystals. Don't do it. Then I'll put I'll just show you. Don't really need to see me for this, do you?
So we can get as much as we can on with this. Careful. And obviously this is easier to do on this nail that doesn't have a human attached and sidewalls. So I'd probably use a detail brush for most of it, I think, on a person. I'll take a small brush now. Oh, that's a lot. Let's spread that out. And get all around these. I say this all the time, I've noticed. Or maybe it seems like I say it a lot because when I edit, I have to watch the same thing over and over again. But when you top with shiny and you top around things like this, or if there's any not completely flat parts of the nail, you get a wiggle in the light line. And it does annoy me. Whereas matte, obviously there's no light line, so you don't get a wiggle. Cure. Now I'm going to take this super fine white glitter, it's almost a powder, and then we're going to take some no wipe top coat, and we're going to go over our string, but I think I might make it a bit sort of have some little peaks on it, so it's like snow resting on it. Shall I? Haven't decided yet. Maybe just a few areas that come up in little lumpy bits. Like that. And I think I'm going to glitter that now before the top coat spreads further than I want it to spread. So I'm just going to pour this on here. I'm going to cure that.
I should have done the lumpy white bits in white with the white polish first, because now that glitter is going to sit over bits that have got the nudie colour underneath. And now I'm scared to see what it's going to look like.
Let's dust it off and see. Yeah, I should have done white. Fudge. What shall I do? I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't really have a choice. Okay, so we'll do the same on the bottom one.
I'm annoyed that lumpy white, the snow, I didn't do white underneath. So I'm going to take some white gel paint and just put a bit, not over it covering it because that would defeat the point, but just some bits, I don't know, to trick you to thinking, I don't want to trick you, you're my gang, but to trick people into thinking that it's all white. And you don't need to wipe gel paint, so that's fine, because I don't need to top it or anything. And I'm going to put it on glitter. Oh, that doesn't feel right. It's happening.
Painting on glitter just seems a bit ridiculous. I'm literally just going to do some speckles. I said literally again. I don't really say that, because you know everyone's saying literally all the time, and they mean it figuratively. Is what they should be saying. I suppose at least when I'm saying it, I'm using it correctly. So I'm just doing my hand's just wiggling and letting some little flecks go on there. And then you still have the sparkle, but it does look more white. Does it look like snow? Do you want to throw it at someone in the lamp? I've just realised in the picture it has some little dots of snow, and they're sparkly as well. So I'm going to put just a few on. That blob is getting bigger as I try and make it more round. Wait. Be round. Just be round. Oh, for goodness sake, Joseph. Right, let's glitter. So this is going straight onto the white and then it will cure like that. I don't actually know if oh, if the white gel paint I've used has a tacky layer. If it doesn't, or if it does, sorry, then I've just glittered over that as well. What a wally. So did our gel paint have a tacky layer? No, I don't think so. Phew! So there is our first little one. Oh, it's so cute. On to the next one.
The next nail we're going to do has a gingerbread man on it, and I've never drawn a gingerbread man, have I? I feel like I have drawn a gingerbread man before. I feel like I tried and failed once, because it's one of those things that you think would be really easy. It's just a chubby stick man, but I always find a way to screw up the simplest of things. Intricate fiddly stuff I seem to get on okay with. Easy basic stuff I really struggle with, so we'll attempt it. If there's no gingerbread man in the thumbnail, it didn't go very well.
I've mixed a few browns together to get the shade I want. Well, I mixed brown with this background colour and a bit of white, because I think I want to do some shading on him, so I don't want to use a dark brown because I need a dark brown for the shading. So I'm going to start with a round head, and then we'll do, this is going to look a bit dodgy, but trust the process. It's going to come out like this. Let's say it's keyhole shape instead of anything else. So that's his body. And then we're going to go straight out for the arms. Make sure they're nice and chubby and rounded at the ends, to join the body straight as opposed to tapering in like that. Same on this side. Army poos. That's not straight. This one's doing a bit of a yay. Never mind. Oh, that arm's too long. Make this one a bit longer. That'll be easier than making the other one shorter. And then sort of straight under the arms, going to come out for his legs. Now we need to make these, actually let's get it further up there, a bit fatter, and then straight out from here like that. Will that do? I'm going to cure that.
There's also a cookie coming off the corner of this, like off the side, like the gingerbread man is on this nail, and it's a star cookie, so I'm very happy about that. Yay! Another set with stars in. Whoop whoop. Can you hear I'm getting a bit nasal now? Apologies. I just painted the star, but Clever Clogs over here didn't press record, and I put it in the lamp before realising, so there's no going back. I can't wipe it off and do it again. Sorry.
Now we're going to do some chocolate drips they've got. I think hers go all across the top, but I'm just going to do it in this corner, I think. I do have a lint wipe up my nose again. I don't know why I'm feeling allergish today. Can't be hay fever. I think I just had a tickle in my nose and it's just set my whole face off. So a bit of advice to those who get bad hay fever or allergies. You know when you have days, sorry, I'm going to talk about runny noses now. You know when you have those days where your nose just won't stop running and it's blocked at the same time somehow, and by the end of the day your nose is red raw from all the blowing and wiping and sniffing and everything. Instead of using loo roll, which is what I normally use, and it's not even rough loo roll, I use the nice soft stuff with the puppy on the packet, and by the end of the day it's so painful, you look like Rudolph. Try sticking lint wipes up your nose or lint free wipes or whatever they're called. The ones I use are so soft. Right, I will cure that. Now there's no shading in the inspo picture, so I'm just going to do a darker bit to the left of everything, and then I might blend it out a bit. Just a bit there, or maybe some all around, like it's got little burnt edges. bit over here, bit here, and I've just wiped my brush on my palette. I'm just going to sort of stipple and bring it in a bit and just let it kind of fade out by itself, because I think once we put the detail on, you're not going to see how messy that looks. So we'll just do that all over the bits, darker bits. Give him a bit of life. Little gingerbread man. What should we call him? Is it a he or a she? It's going to be a him. Oh, now his head's a bit too burnt. Sorry. Just wanted to add a bit of sort of depth, dimension. We'll do the same on our star cookie. Just give it some darker bits around the edges. And then just patting and letting it fade into the lighter brown. Do you like gingerbread? Let me know if you like gingerbread or not. I like gingerbread. Scramdiddly. Though not a fan of ginger flavour, but I do like gingerbread, so maybe I am a fan of ginger flavour. I'm going to put a bit of the original colour in the middle because I've sort of lost it a bit. And just wiggle those colours together. Like that. Let's give our drips a bit of shading as well, just down the left side of each one. Like that. And then again, just poking at it, sort of pushing that line up a bit, just by doing this. And it kind of fades in to the colour next to it. Okay, cure.
There's a lot of flash curing with sets like this where you've got lots of detail. If you need to go on top of something, then obviously you want to full cure it. But if you just want to work around it, I like to flash cure so that if I do make a mistake, you can wipe it off and everything else is still there, because even a flash cure kind of stays there if I'm working in little bits and I'm working around it, just to keep, so I don't smudge anything else. So lots of flash curing.
I've taken the brown that I mixed for the body and the star, and I've added some white to make a very light brown, and I'm going to very lightly outline our little guy, little gingerbread man, Jerry the gingerbread man, all the way around. This is making him a bit more chubby, which I like, softening his edges. Am I in shot? Yes. Leg. And, oh, that's too thick. Too thick, Joseph. That will do, in the lamp. So let's bring our little gingerbread man to life with some eyes. Dot, dot. Oh, hi there, little fella. And then a nice big smile. You wouldn't be smiling if you knew what was about to happen. You're going to get eaten. And some little wheelie bits on his arms, very carefully. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Should we do another one? Is that pushing it? Follow the same wiggle pattern. Like that. Same on this side. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wait. Oh no. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I suppose it doesn't matter too much because it's icing, so it doesn't have to be perfect unless you ice your gingerbread men perfectly. We'll do our wiggles with room. Leave some dot room. Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm going to flash that. I'm going to give him some little buttons. And I want to do them the same colours as the lights that we had on the first nail. Little red one. Green one. Yellow. Aww. It's so cute. I'm going to flash that before they all touch each other. I think I might do those colours as well. I think that'll look cute. Green. Oh no, is there room for yellow? Yellow down there. Just maybe another yellow. Let's do another yellow because it's on the side, so it's not seen as much. I just want something in the middle, but I don't know what. Don't know what? Add a dot. Yeah, why not? Dot.
I'm going into a lot more detail than the picture I'm following. Didn't think I was, but it turns out I'm in the mood to faff. Like a fucking champion. But you could do this with less faffage. Let's top this in matte now, because we're going to add some more sparkly petty crime, sparkly snowflakes, snowdrops, snow dots. Yeah.
So we'll matte it all first. I wonder whether we should shiny. I think in the picture, her bits, her gingerbread man and cookie and chocolate are shiny. We'll see how we feel when we see what it looks like matte in the lamp. I think we do need to shiny our bits because we've lost all the sort of shading detail. So I'm going to shiny our little guy. So I'm using a no wipe top, and then we'll do our glittery snow dots. Snow dots. I should fill in the bulk of his body first before doing the outline because it spreads onto the mat. So we'll get all this bit and then do our outline. Now, little gingerbread man, what is your name? Oh, fuck sticks. Let's flash him. Now let's put some white dots for snow, and we're going to pour some glitter over them. You could cure them and then use no wipe top for this bit like I did with the lights at the beginning, but I'm just too lazy. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Da, 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 da. Tap, tap, tap. Do it again, make sure it's all soaked up by the white. And then cure like this, don't dust it yet. Now we dust, 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 dust. Subtle, twinkly snowflakes. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go around everything with gel paint. So it's got a really opaque, bright white, because there's not much white going on. So gel paint is thicker. See, it's all thick and kind of gloopy, but it's very opaque. I'm going to do really thin, and because it's quite stretchy, you can just stretch it out. Really thin line between the brown and the sort of creamy colour we put down. Just outline. Oh, it's going to make him thinner, isn't it? Because that outline made him nice and chubby. Oh well. So just very carefully, she says as she makes a big blob right on top of his head. Out here. And it will also stay, it doesn't need topping, so it will stay a little bit raised, which is fine because we've got our raised snow dots. And looks a little bit like actual icing. I suspected this would end up with some make it up as you go along bits and things like this. I mean, you can get as fiddly as you like with things. You could do this whole thing a lot more, a lot less fiddly. Sorry if I just shouted less in your face. I'll do the same with the drips, but I'm going to flash as I go.
I've just had an idea, but I'm about 15 steps too late. But I think I'm going to do it anyway. So where that white gel paint outline has really lifted our baked goods off the nail, I want to lift them even more and put a shadow behind them. So I should have done that before matte top coating, because I'm going to do the shadow, cure it, and then just wipe it and leave it untopped, which isn't wise, but it's not a person, so it doesn't matter. So do this before matte topping.
I've mixed together a bit of this brown, which was the brown we used for the shading, and just some base coat. So it's kind of a jelly, like a sheer brown. And I'm going to go around above our gel paint white. So it will go over the cream that we have around everything, but that's kind of got a bit lost anyway. Although I think it did add to the effect that the white had. So I'm just going to go like this side of him here to there, and then down this side of his leg, I think, just like that. Now this star, we don't have this corner to put the shading on, this side, so I'm just going to put a little bit here. I think I might leave it at that, because if I do any here, it's going to be too close to that, and it's going to look like we just have a big dark line going everywhere. So the shadows of these make no sense. Should have thought about this one before doing that one. I would have put it on that side. Never mind. Let's put a little bit here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. Soften it a little smidgeroo, and then cure. I suppose you can decide when topping these bits, the baked goods, whether or not you want to make the shadow shiny or matte. And if you want it shiny, just extend the top coat over onto those bits. Shall we go over our little wiggles with this stuff? Just because it looks like piped icing, I think it's only logical to do our little bits there. Then they're really white. They show up a bit better. Little icing on the legs. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. So you could leave this, like not have done them with the first colour. Then just do them with this first. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay.
The next nail has a candy cane on it, so we're going to use Madame Glam's Perfect White, and one of the colours, I received my order that I placed in their sale. Oh my goodness, the colours are amazing. I can't wait to show you, but I've got a red called Miss Dorothy in that order, so we're going to use that as well. I've got 15, well, one of them's a peel off base coat, because there's a mountain I want to visit. I think you know which one, and for that I want a peel off base coat. So I've got 14 colours to show you that I'll show you soon. Sorry, stop pointing, it's rude. So this is just a long-winded way of telling you I'm using Perfect White and Miss Dorothy. I must put this down.
So I'm going to start at the curve and then just bring it down at a bit of an angle like that, and then we will thicken it up. So we're going to put some stripes on it. We'll do white first because it will be easier to go over white with red than the other way around, although this white is super opaque, so it probably wouldn't be a problem. But why take the illogical route? Get that thicker there. This brush is the Barbara 2 from Crystal Nails. Now let's do 2 coats, so we'll cure that.
We're going to put the red stripes on now, but I thought I'd let you know that the candy cane looks a bit different now, because as I went to put the first coat in the lamp, I sneezed, and as I brought my hand back to cover my mouth, even though I'm the only person here, but does anybody sneeze without covering their mouth, even if you are alone? Gross. Manners to myself. And I bashed the nail on the camera and smushed the candy cane.
I forgot to press record when doing the first coat, so I thought I'd show you and just explain a couple of bits doing the second coat, and then I forgot to press record for that as well. So I have triple checked we are recording. So I started with this one on the bend because it tapers in a little bit at the bottom, and it's got a curve on that side, like a convex curve that side and a concave curve that side. and it tapers in a little bit at the bottom. So this is going to help it look like it's wrapping around the candy cane instead of just straight stripes. This one has the same because I'm looking at a picture and that's what the picture has. For once, I know all I ever say is I should have looked at a picture. I am doing that right now. It's about time I started looking at pictures of things. So I Googleized candy canes because I have kind of gone a bit off-piste with this set compared to the picture I was looking at, and I think her stripes are straight. This red totally changes colour on the second coat. Well, it doesn't totally change colour, it's still red, but it just suddenly goes just gorgeous and deep. So this one has a curve as well, just a very slight curve, very shallow curve on each side. And you see what I mean? Now it looks like it wraps round it. Oh, I do enjoy doing tiny little fiddly bits like this. But this is something else that could be simpler. If you wanted, you could just... That was the sound of lines, obviously. And then we will cure. I've done a little tester patch here. I've mixed the tiniest bit of black and a bit of white with some base coat to make a kind of sheer light grey. So I'm doing a line of it there, a very thin line, and then I'm just going to pull up in little strokes. See how little my brush is going, just the tiniest way. I don't want it to go all the way across, just a tiny bit. A bit more there, and then wipe my brush, not wipe it in a lint wipe or anything, just on the palette. Then just pull tiny little strokes up like that for the tiniest bit of shading. So we'll do that all down this side and cure it.
So the next thing we're going to do on this nail before we add any detail is do some holly at the top, which she has in her picture. And it's one of those things, I can't breathe. If I relax my breathing, my nose is just going to run non-stop. I don't think anybody wants to see that. So what we're talking about, holly. It's just one of those things that it's difficult to draw. I don't know why. It's like bat wings. Although I did do a bat wing step by step in a Halloween video. So we will try our best and see what happens.
So in the set, you can see I've buffed a bit off there. Just pretend it's not there. I did something and I didn't like it. She has got the holly coming like this, but I think I want to do like a little cluster in the corner. So I'm going to start, because we will put some red crystals on. I'm going to start with a line like that. And then I'm going to go out and out, and same on this side, and then we'll sort of curve between them and then curve down to the bottom. It's not a breakthrough technique. And so you can go out further if you want the holly to be thicker. But I do want the end bit to be a bigger gap than between there and there. The point at the end is longer. Oh, it just doesn't look right. Maybe bring that out further. Make it a bit fatter. Just go bigger until we're happy with the shape, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't know. Maybe once we've put detail in the leaves, it won't look as bad. So I'm going to flash that because we're going to do another one here and another one here. And I've mixed a little bit of white, and then the same that we did with this shading. I think I'm just going to feather it out a bit. I don't know why. Why not? Like this. And then I'll probably not like it. Change my mind, do something else. But we have to try these things. Maybe take a bit more of the dark now and just kind of do a mini ombre. The world's smallest ombre, just sort of blend it together a bit. Thin line down the centre, wisp it out a bit, but now I know I'm going to add the darker green. I'm not going to worry about fading this too much. And then the darker green again. Oh, there's fluff on my brush. Get the fluff off. Darker green. And just tickle them together. Tickle, tickle. This is a lot fiddlier than I planned this set to be. Do seem to have got a bit carried away. But I hope you still like it. I know sometimes it's nice to have sort of quick and easy sets to do, because it sort of covers everybody's experience level. But I know it sounds silly. I always think that if I can do something in a tiny little area, you know, if I can do something, then I feel like anybody can, because who the fuck am I? But it doesn't appeal to everyone to be quite so fiddly and faffy. I've just run a very thin line of the dark through the centre. That one doesn't really need it. Just to kind of, I don't know, give it some markings, just to postpone having to do the next step.
So for the next step, I'm going to put the crystals on now, because they're in the corner, instead of matte topping like we did on the others and then putting the crystals on. Or did I put the crystals on first? No, I did put them on first and then topped around it, didn't I? I can't remember. I've had dinner since then. It's been a while. So I'm going to put the crystals on now. We'll use the matte top coat to seal them in, and then we'll add our detail and our glitter. Petty Crime glitter.
So we'll take some base coat. Just going to do a big blob of it there. Some little red crystals. Again, I would use a gem gel or rubber base instead of a regular base coat. I've just got base coat on the crystal, which is not what I want. And one there. And then she's got little caviar beads between them in the picture, and I think it looks really cute. Boop. Come here, you little bastard. Boop. Boop. Cure. Right, we're going to matte top. And here. Sealing our crystals with it. Oh look, it's pulling the white. This is the old brand I used to use, matte top. It's not doing the best job, but I think we're okay. Let's cure it.
He was a lawyer in Ally McBeal.
I'm taking the gel paint. I'm going to outline this nice and thin. We are going to add some snow on top. About there. I don't know what it's going to look like with the shading still there, but having white next to it. It's not too bad. Carefully curve. And then, I should have said this earlier, the first candy cane that I painted before I had to change it because of my ill-timed sneeze, I did a straight edge there, but then I curved it on this one, which is what I should have done.
Oh, Joseph, you great big buffoon. I was supposed to shiny top the candy cane before doing the white outline. Ugh. Let's shiny top the candy cane inside the white gel paint line we've just done. Oh, what a wally. And then I don't know whether to outline the holly or just give it some snow. We'll decide where in a minute. Oh, I've thrown myself for a loop.
So let's shiny top our candy cane and stay inside. I suppose it wouldn't matter if I went over the white, but I don't really want to. What a silly sausage. Shiny top, shiny top. The holly and the ivy. That's not the right tune, is it? The holly and the ivy. There we go. I don't know the rest of the words. Okay, let's cure that. Full cure. I've done a test leaf, and I think this is what I'm going to do on the holly. I'm using the gel paint. I'm going to rest little bits of snow on this bit. And even though they wouldn't rest here, we're putting some here as well. Just doing tiny little dots. It's almost just a little frost. Just a little frost. We'll cure that first because we're going to add glitter to the next lot of white we do, so we don't want it to stick to that. So we'll pop that in the lamp. We're taking perfect white again. We're going to do some dots of snow. Get rid of the fluff. Here, maybe here, little one here. We're going to put a little sort of pile of snow on here, like this. Do we need it taller? Maybe that will do, I think, as she carries on. I have a problem. And then some, I think, down here maybe. Just like this. Little wiggles of snow. Should we have it coming over this bit a bit as well? Okay, and then take our glitter and our little spatula thing. And we can tappy tap. I have got some paper down, so I'm not losing all the stuff that doesn't land back in the pot, because it will go back in there. Making sure we have put lots on so that it soaks up, or the gel soaks it up. And then we'll cure it like that. And now we dust. Oh, I love it. It's so cute.
Silly me, forgot to press record, but I've just outlined this, the left side of these two holly leaves, and I've done a tiny little, not all the way to the top, but just a little line there, just to kind of define them a bit. I thought they were getting a bit lost, and I did put a little bit of white there, but you can't really see it. And that one is done. The next one, there's 4 nails in the picture, but none of them have a gingerbread house on them. So I'm thinking we can't do a gingerbread man and leave him homeless in winter. That would be cruel. So we're going to do a little gingerbread house, which I don't have a picture to follow, so I'm going to make it up. We'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm going to start with a triangle. Well, a V. No, it will be a triangle. That's not centered. Let's bring this out a bit. And then fill that in. A little roof. Oh my goodness, I was watching a program the other day and it was American and they said roof, but they said roof. Like a dog. Is that how you say roof over there? Roof? Cracked me up. Simple things. And I'm going to come down from the roof, in a little bit. So taper this a smidgeroo and then just go straight across the bottom. I didn't want to just stick the house in the middle of the nail, but here we are. I think I'll put some snow around the bottom so it looks like it's in the snowy woods or something. Cure that. I'm going to add the areas that there'll be snow, which we will do with the glitter, but I think I'm going to add them like this first and then I'll have to just go over it after, so that I know how much room I've got to do windows and doors and things. So we'll line the roof. And then do some dripping snow. That's thicker than I wanted. Not to worry. That's a big blob. Let's spread that out over here. Little icicles. Well, not icicles. Soft snow. It's soft snow in my head. Maybe I should make the roof a bit uneven. Although it wouldn't settle in lumps, it would settle flat, wouldn't it? And then I want to get some candy canes somewhere on this, but I don't know where. I don't know whether to have the door as like a big arch, candy cane arch, or whether to have them sticking out like that. I don't want to do too fine a detail. I want it to be the same level of detail as on the other nails, but because this is obviously going to be a lot smaller because the house is small. Oh dear. Oh, what's happening? My hand, I didn't plan that. It just happened. I can't remember what I was saying now. Yeah, I don't want the detail to be too tiny. You want the same level of detail to sort of match across nails. Bit more here. Curve that out. I'm going to flash that. Don't think there's going to be enough room to do a doorway and a candy cane unless we have the sides of the house as candy canes, like little poles. What will that look like? Like that and like that, but thicker with candy stripes. Might work. Let's do the lines and see. But we'll have them go right up to the roof, I think. And this one, oh, where will this one go? Let's bring this down a bit. No, that's not in line with it at all. Joseph. Let's go like this. A little bit thicker so we can get some stripes on. I don't know what to do. I need help with these sorts of decisions. I can't make them by myself. Yeah. Do we think? Yeah. Let's add a little window for them to look out of. Oh no. Little circle window. Oh, circles. Will we ever be friends? Probably not. I think that line where I've poked inside the circle I'm going to use for doing a little cross. And across here. Okay, let's flash that.
Because that gel, the gaps between the window panes is so small between that and the circle on the outside, I want to flash it so that it doesn't kind of, you know, if you put two bits of gel really close to each other, they're going to want to join up. And if they join up, he won't be able to see out his window. They'll get no light in the house. That's not healthy.
Little arched doorway. Ooh. Oh dearie me. It's very late. I should be in bed. It wasn't late when I started, but I've been watching. I didn't realise there was a season 9 of Suits that I haven't seen yet. So I put that on, and when something's in the lamp, I'll put it on and then end up watching like 15 minutes of it before doing the next bit. So it just got really late. Shall we flash? We may as well. See you in half an hour. Now let's do our little candy stripes. I'm not going to worry about being curved on this. We're just going to do straight lines. I suppose the thicker I do them, the fewer I have to do. This set has become a lot more intricate than I had intended, but I think the theme, or the whole thing really, can be done with fewer steps, with fewer fiddly bits. You could miss out the shading on the gingerbread man. You could miss out the sparkly snow. Or you could miss out the little, you know, when we put the lights on, And I did little white squares before putting them on. You could miss out that if you want to do it sort of quicker and less faffy. Let's get a third one up here. Although I want the snow, let's go round in a curved shape like that. So it sort of disappears under the snow. So I've done the other side and I've done a second coat on those red stripes. Just a really thin one because it makes that red the red it's meant to be. I'm going to do a little red dot there. Green one here. I think we need to get the red, green and yellow on to match everything else. And a little yellow one there. Little gems. Oh wait, needs a handle, otherwise how will they get in? There we go. So let's matte top everything, hoping that this doesn't pull the white. And then, oh, it's pulling the red, no! Pull it back up. Okay. And then we'll do whatever we're going to do.
I'm sorry if I'm not sounding as enthused as I was at the beginning of the video. It's because I feel like turd. Warmed up turd. Except I'm not warm, I'm freezing cold. Because I haven't put the rads on, and it's November in England, and it's about 1 in the morning. It's not that late, is it? What is the time? I'm going to find out. It's okay, it's only 12:15. I've only been up here for 3 weeks.
Let's shiny our little house. And when we're finished with this nail, we will show it to our gingerbread man, see if his house gets approval. He might struggle to fit, but we'll tell him it's just far away. Much bigger when he's closer. Right, cure.
I wanted to give it a little chimney, and I've forgotten. Shall I add it on? I think I'm going to add it on. Little chimney. Keep them warm in the winter.
Just a rectangle. I'll put some snow on it. I think it needs to be fatter, wider. Cure. I'm going to use the gel paint just to outline this and this side. And I'm going to go around here, but I've just realised that when I put the glitter on this bit, I'll have to paint onto shiny. So I should have glittered while it was matte. But here we are. I hope it's not too annoying that I'm saying things that I should have done. I'm showing them in the wrong order, but I don't know until I've done it, until I've messed up. I don't know if these lines will actually show once we've got the glitter on, but they're going on, just in case. Let's cure that. So let's put white. Should I put white or top coat? Let's put white. Go over these bits. Yeah, the outline I've just done was completely pointless. Never mind. I suppose it crispened, sharpened, crisp, made our outline more crisp. Crispened? No, that can't be a word. Crispened? Repeatedly saying it will not make it a word. Maybe it is a word. I will be looking it up when this is in the lamp. Actually, no, I'm using my phone to film, so I won't. But for all of those that won't be able to sleep if I don't find out if it's a word or not, oh, fudge sticks, I will look it up after and I'll let you know on screen. If you're anything like me, you'll need to know. We'll put a little bit on the chimney. Maybe a bit softer. Like that. We'll have some snowdrops. And then, like we did with the candy cane at the bottom of the candy cane, I'm just going to do some wiggly bits. And maybe another bit here. And a little bit here. Now we sprinkle. Tappy tap tap. Tap tap. I know I've said this already today, but I do like to go over it a few times, just so it really gets soaked up by the glitter. No, by the polish, sorry. So we don't feel any tack. Gone through almost half a pack of lint wipes up my nose filming this. And now we dust. Dust. Oh, cute. Cute. Super cute.
The last nail in the picture has a star, a gingerbread star, with some snow on it and then some snowdrops. But I want to add more green to tie in with the holly leaves, because that's quite a big sort of chunk of green. I want to balance it out. That's what I want to do. Balance out the green. So I'm going to put some green crystals on this. And then maybe just a sparkly snowflake, do we think? I want to keep it simple because I need to take my face off. I want to take his face off. That was on the other night. Love that film. We studied it in media studies. We also studied The Exorcist, which is kind of weird because I went to a convent school. But there you go. That has nothing to do with this. So we're going to do this.
So I'm going to put some base coat here. The only green crystals I have left are different sizes. So I'm just going to do them big to small along the top here. And then I'll put some caviar beads in with them as well. Let's start with this one. This one. Teeny tiny one. This is the smallest caviar from this caviar bead wheel that I have. I think she did actually have some crystals on one of the nails in the picture like this. Well, it was a bit different, but... So I'm going to pop one on the end. Actually, I've got two there, so let's pop 3 on the end. Hey, do as you're damn told. Oh, you little shits. Make a little point. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Cure that. And now we will matte top. Seal these in without going over them. Oh, there's a big bit of floof there. Get off. And then we're going to do a little snowflake, I think. I don't know whether to do it in the centre. I'm not a fan of things just plonked in the centre of a nail. In the lamp. I think I might start it here. I don't want it bang smack in the centre. I'm going to do 3 dots. Well, 6 dots. No, 5 dots. 1 in the centre and 2 either side. Diagonal ones. I'm taking a very thin brush. I'm going to pull all the way through, but I want to make this line thick enough to take the glitter we're going to put on it. So we'll get these lines done, and then we have an idea. Is it a good idea? Not entirely sure, but we will see. Who's bought their calendars, their Madame Glam advent calendars? Let me know if you've got yours in the comments, because I'll be doing daily videos in December, so I want you to come do it with me. So now on each dot, I'm going to kind of make it a teardrop, like that, I think. Shall we put some little dots to tie in with the others? Where else? There, there, and there. Is that too many? No, that's fine. The best bit. Tap, tap, tap. I don't like to just kind of dump it on there, because even though it's super fine and light, in my head it smushes it a bit. That's what I feel like's happening. Few coats of that in the lamp like this, and now we dust. Do, 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 do. I don't know if it goes with the rest of the set, does it? It's going to have to, because I've run out of tips this size. There we go, little sparkly snowflake. Let's add it to the rest.
We are done. We Don't you have no idea how much I'm looking forward to taking my face off. I want to take my face off. Putting my hair up, getting in my pyjamas and getting into bed with hot chocolate. I'm so looking forward to it. And it's minutes away. Shall we have a look at the final set? Okay.
So here is the final set. Little gingerbread man and his bachelor pad. Actually, no, I like to think there's a Mrs. Gingerbread Man in there. I'll put a picture of the inspo next to it. So I did go quite a bit off piece, but it's quite nice to do that when you're recreating. Just make it your own a bit. I hope you like them. Can you see the twinkles? I hope they've put you in the festive spirit.
I hope you like this set. I've really enjoyed sitting here for hours doing lots of little intricate fiddly details, but there are a lot of steps that you can omit if you want to do a simpler version, or you could faff even more. You could faff more than I do. Go ahead, faff like a fucking champion. It's really got me in the mood for Christmas. I'm feeling very festive right now. Speaking of, the Madame Glam Advent Calendar you can get on madameglam.com, and I will be doing daily videos in December where I'll do a couple of nails with whatever item is on that day. You can join me even if you don't have the calendar. You don't have to have it to join me, but if you do have it, we can open them together. But join me regardless. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for lots more videos. I didn't realise how many videos I'd done until the other day when a client asked for tortoiseshell and I couldn't remember how to do it. So I had to scroll down, find my video and watch my own tutorial like an arsehole. Anyway, comment below and let me know what we should call our gingerbread man. I appreciate you being here so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks for being here with Oh good, gel polish in my hair. Fuck. I don't want to do it all again. Dexter's growling downstairs. The fox must be in the garden. I might go and look at it. What are we talking about? Green. Fuck. Hair in my mouth. I'm great, how are you? I just want to scratch my face off with a fork. Do all that again.
Go to hell and go fuck yourself.
What are you all doing lying down? Collecting dust. I can't breathe properly.
You don't have to wait.
Sup? It's a stressful time. No, forget all of that, Joe, you fucking dick. La 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 la.